Hello friends, my name is Milan and this is our third tutorial of Java programming language. In the last video we talked about new line and comments, and we learned that we type a single line comment by using slash slash, and multi-line comment by using slash star. In this video we will gonna talk about data types and variables in Java programming language. And now I want to make a new class. Let us do it by, we will go to our test package, we will use the same package, right click, new, and we will create new class. The name of the class, we will call it variables. We will create our main method and we're gonna click finish. Okay, we have our new variables class. This is the name of the package, we have a name of the class, and we have our main method that we created. I will close this test class and we'll start to explain you about I will give you a short introduction about data types in Java programming language. First we will talk about string. Okay, string is the name, it is a non-primitive type and it is the array of characters. Maybe you will not understand it very well, but we already use it. The string is when we use string when we printed our hello world application. But let me create one variable, for example string. The name of the variable will be color. I don't know now but okay, color we will, but without this I think. Okay, string, forgive me if my spelling is not good, but the most important is that you understand that I want to write. Okay, for example, we have a string color equals to white. Okay, and now I will try to explain you. This is string is a type of our variable color. Color is the name of our variable, and string we write string by using double quotes. And the name of our variable is white. Okay, now if we want to print this, we will type iso, and we will use control space, and we will not now use as we used in our hello world application. We used hello world. Now we will gonna use the name of the our variable without quotes. Okay, we will type color. Control S to save, and now we will gonna run this application, and we have white. Okay, that's good for the beginning, for the start, and this is simple explication of string. Don't be afraid if you don't understand this very well, because we will use string in our Java application, almost everyone, and every time, and you will understand it very well. This is a simple introduction. Now when we finish with string, I will show you the char. Char is it is a single character. It is a primitive data type, but we use a char only when we have to define our variable with a single character. Okay, for example, let name of our variable will be a letter, and we will just cancel. Name will be A. As you we only we can as I said, we can only use char when we have a single chart. We can't use, for example, a because we will have an error. I need to delete one. Okay, let me save. And this is the letter is the name of our variable. Now let me try to print this. Control space, and I will type a letter. Control save, and we will run. As you can see, we printed our variable color, and our other variable is a letter. The name of variables are white and A. Okay. That's enough for beginning when we talk about strings and characters, about char. And now let's try to work with numbers. And first I want to comment this /star and // okay. I don't want to delete because maybe you will need it for later, and you will need it for practice. Let's continue with our code. Let's write one variable with number. Okay, for beginning we will use short x equals to 1. This is we are using short integer and long when we work with numbers. Now let's try first to print this. System out print line x, save, and result will be 1 as we expected. But now we can write this with integer, and we will write it with long. Yes, we can, but when the value of our variable is 1. But let's try to make this number. Let's add some numbers. Okay, we have now we have a problem. This number 100,000 is it makes an error. What is the problem? Type mismatch cannot convert from integer to short. The error is because this number, this value 100,000 is too big to be a short. I think it's more or less 32,000, and more or less 32,000 is the limit for the short. And if we want bigger number, we need to use integer. Okay, as you can see, now the error is gone. And let's try to print. Okay, we printed 100,000. value of variable x. But now you will ask me, but where is long? Okay, it's the similar thing between integer and long. Let me show you. Let's add some zeros here. Okay. Now we have an error. We have couple of millions. I don't know how many, but let me check this. The literal are 1 billion, trillion, I don't know what's the name of this number, of type integer is out of range. And that is what I said earlier. Range, integer has a highest range than short, but long has highest range than integer. And we have big numbers like this one. When we need to work with similar numbers, we need to use a long. Type of our variable needs to be long, but we need to add L at the end. Okay, as you can see, this is our variable x. Let's try to print it. Okay, this is a simple introduction about short, long, and integer, and I hope that you understand the difference. I think that short we will have a little use of short. Maybe sometimes we will use it, but we will use most an integer. And sometimes when have a large numbers, we will use a long. But I wanted to show you the difference between these three data types. And now let's comment also this variable with double slash and double slash. Okay, but what if we work with decimals? We have two data types. Let me show you. First one is double. It could be epsilon equals to 6.50 d, semicolon at the end. Okay, and let's try to print this. We'll save. Okay, and we have 6.5. Of course we don't have zero. Let me change it. Okay, if we have 6.53, Control S, let us run this, and okay, we have value printed, our variable epsilon. Okay, but let me show you one more. We will have our other variable z. It will be float. Float z equals to 7.44f. Okay, and we will also print it. So we will save, and now let's try print our variable z. Okay, and we have printed our variable epsilon and our variable z. But now you will ask me, okay, that's good, but what's the difference? Is any difference if I'm using double and if I'm using float? Well, it depends. When you work with more than 7 decimals, when you need to calculate something more precisely, It is better to use double, and I will try to show you example. Let's try a couple of numbers on this variable z. 6, 7, 8. Okay, let me save. It can be more. Okay. Let me save this. Okay, we already saved, and let's try to print. But what is the difference now? Now you can see, but this is not exactly what not exact value. Yes, I wanted to explain you that because float works for I think 7 decimals only, and more than that doesn't work precisely, and that's the case. If we have we need to calculate more precisely when we have more decimals, we will use a double. We will use a double, and let me put D at the end, and let's try now to print this. Okay, it is the number that we write here, and I think that you understand the difference between float and the double, but we have let me explain you shortly one more data type. I will comment this slash star slash. We have integer. Okay, it can be a equal to 10. Now we want to print. Let us print a greater than 20. Okay. And this is what we want to print. It's not a, it's a boolean, and boolean is a data type that gives us true or false. Now we have our variable a, and we want to write a, we want to print boolean is a greater than 20, and the response can be true or false. Let's try. Is a greater than 20? It will give us false, of course. And if we write, for example, a greater than 2, let us save, and when we run, it will give us true. Also we can a equal to 2 will give us false, and is a equal to 10, it will give us true. But it is simplest is an example of the boolean. We will talk about it in our next tutorials. I wanted to show you simplest explanation about data types in Java programming language, and we will talk more about it in the future. If you like my tutorials, you can subscribe and want to see more tutorials of Java programming, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and see you in the next tutorial.